Black and white landscape photography. Old hat or cool for cats? Let's find out. Hello everybody, this is Scott Tilley from Scott Tilley Photography, and this week I'm going to attempt some black and white photography. Now really what's prompted this is that during last week's vlog I had major issues getting the images that I wanted, and that was mainly down to my own stupidity. But anyway, if you want to see that video, there'll be a link up there. But what bailed me out in the end was black and white, and because of that I really wanted to explore black and white and the situations it can help you in, and some top tips to get good black and white images. So anyway, that's the plan this week, and what I've done, or what I'm doing, I'm heading out to a local area for me. This is actually the site of the old Fledborough, well, it's the old Fledborough viaduct, and it was the old High Marnham power station, which now most of it's gone. They've taken the cooling towers down, but there are some nice little bits of industrial architecture around here, which is what I'm going to try and capture, but in black and white. So yeah, we'll see how we go, and I'll meet you down there. Right, here we are, location one. Just look at this lovely old engineering brick. So yeah, we're looking for contrast, texture. We've got it all here really, but then if you want to see the bigger picture, just look at this. It's a cool hard wind outside my window. Right guys, I have to say, after hunting around for a while, there are quite a few nice images within the arches down here, but I don't know, I'm always drawn away by the magnificence of this lovely curve, and as soon as I hadn't shot it in black and white before, I decided that today was probably a good day to do it. There's some dark clouds in the sky, it looks quite foreboding. Now basically what I've done and how I set up to take this shot, I've set the camera quite low, very low. We're down here. And the reason for that is I just wanted to catch that feeling of being loomed over by this gigantic megalithic structure, if you like. Sounds quite poetic, doesn't it? So that's what I've sort of gone for, so it's sort of showing how big and powerful it looks. And filters wise, I've got a polarizer on there because I want to try and bring out all the contrast and detail in the sky and these black clouds that are coming over. And I've also used a point, what is it? It is a 3-stop graduated filter, and I've obviously got that at an angle which I've set up to match the angle of the bridge as it's going away from me, of the viaduct, just so that I can get that sky and nothing else. And yeah, it looks like it's worked really well. Really pleased with that, and I think it's going to make a really dramatic shot when we've done some processing on it in Affinity Photo and Lightroom. So yeah, great start, and now I'm going to move on to something else, I think, and have a look round to see what relics there are that maybe come over the Trent. There is this lovely bridge behind me as well that goes over the river, which has got some nice sort of geometric shapes, so we'll probably have a look at that first and then head off in that direction down the river.
undercover. I wanna be your lover. We're up through night and day. Come on, let me hear you say, let's go undercover. I wanna be your lover. I don't want the games they play. It's not us, so we better.
Right, I've literally moved 10 metres from my last position and I'm at the actual bridge that goes across the Trent now, and it just makes a wonderful image. What you've got is 3 sets of stanchions in the water with a crisscross of metalwork at each one repeating across the river, and it just makes a lovely graphical image, and which works really well with black and white. They're old, the paint's coming off, and it just looks really industrial. So there's got to be a shot here. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the water yet. I've set up, so I'm going to try a few filters and see how it works. Yeah, and we'll see how we go. Yeah, excuse the tractors. They're actually, if you saw my last video, which I put a link up to earlier, you'll know that I had real trouble getting to a location because they hadn't cut the vegetation on the riverbanks, and they're actually doing it on the opposite side of the river at the minute. On the opposite side again, of course, not on my side. But anyway, this is what I'm looking at behind me, just to give you an idea. If I move out the way, there, that's the bridge work we've got, and I think that'll look really nice. So yeah, I'm going to try it with a few filters. I might try and slow the water down a bit, and yeah, we'll see. Polarizer maybe, I don't know, but we'll try 1 or 2 things. The image will come up soon.
Is it real? Could this be a new beginning? Ooh, my whole world falls apart. We just...
Right, hello again chaps, and not for the first time I found myself perched rather precariously on the side of the River Trent. I don't know what this building is actually. I think it's definitely something to do with the power station, whether it was for pumping water up for cooling or for water coming back down after it had been used to cool in the power station, I'm not sure. But it's all boarded up and breeze blocked up. Now I suppose one of my other tips for black and white photography is that really the same rules apply to black and white photography that apply to normal photography, in that composition still matters. So you have to try and, you know, work a composition like you would any other, and find something that's pleasing to the eye and that, you know, might have foreground interest, or, you know, leads you into the picture, has a point of interest. So in this image, what I've particularly tried to do is, because I'm on the edge of the Trent and there's all these old boulders that have been used to shore up the bank, which curve slightly into where this building is and then curve away, and there's a bridge over in the distance. I don't know whether you can see it. That's the bridge I was photographing earlier where the viaduct is. So yeah, it curves in and then through, and yeah, I'm shooting it at f11, 40th of a second, ISO 50, and at 24mm on this lens, which is as wide as it'll go, and just trying to get all that in. What I'm going to do now is put a ND grad filter on, probably a 3-stop, just try and bring this sky down, and also the polarizer to try and bring all the detail out in the sky. And yeah, we'll see what we get. I think another one of the reasons why I decided to come out and shoot today is because although the clouds not super dramatic, there is some change in the cloud. It's not complete flat grey, there's a different tones of grey, and that works really well with black and white. So that'd probably be another tip I'd give, is trying to look for detail in the cloud. If you've got a really flat overcast day, all you're going to get is a really flat grey colour. Now that works quite nicely for if you're looking for a sort of serene image, a calming image, you know, with very toned, few tones, some in the sky, some in the land. But if you're looking for, like with this, it's sort of old industrial dramatic images that show the grit of that sort of period. What I'm looking for really is some of that in the sky, some of that mood. And if you've got a sky that's got different tones of grey and white, and perhaps the odd spot of blue in it, that does all show up in different tones of black and white. So it really does add to the image, and hopefully you'll see that in the finished image when I put it up at the end. But yeah, I've really enjoyed that. So yeah, see what you think. Hi guys, well that's me done for another video, and I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, please give me a thumbs up, and if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, then yeah, please think about doing so, and also click on the bell, and that will let you know when I'm uploading content and there's some new stuff to watch, which is normally about every week at least. So yeah, I'll see you soon for the next one.
Follow through. We go undercover. I will be your lover. We're up through night and day. Come on, let me hear you say, let's go undercover. I wanna be your lover. I don't want the games they play. It's not us, so we better stay.